In the first 2 seasons of Squid Game, viewers were immersed in a world of suspense and moral dilemmas. Season 1 introduced the shocking concept of the games, concluding with Gi-hun emerging as the winner. Season 2 focused on Gi-hun's pursuit of the truth behind the games and the revelation of the frontman's identity. However, many questions remain unanswered. Season 3 delves into the international scope of the games, Gi-hun's battle as both a fugitive and a rebel, and the tragedies of new characters. Here's a detailed script. Gi-hun is seen sitting in a cafe in England. He hasn't returned to his home country after leaving his daughter and mother behind. Now, he is chasing the international organization behind the games. He scrolls through his phone, looking at secret conversations with former players. But he knows the game organizers are keeping a close eye on him. Meanwhile, the organization is preparing to start a new game in Korea. These new games are more brutal and technology-driven. Instead of relying solely on traditional childhood games, this season introduces mind games, where psychological manipulation plays a bigger role. New characters introduced: Mi-soo, a 26-year-old programmer drowning in debt, but known for her intelligence. Dae-jun, a middle-aged shopkeeper who has lost his family and sees the games as his last chance to survive. Isabelle, a student from France representing a foreign participant brought into the game's growing international scope. Gi-hun, with the help of an underground group, uncovers how the organization selects new players and tracks down the location of the new game. However, as the game begins, Gi-hun is captured and finds himself forced to participate as a player once again. The rules of the new games are introduced. This time, players are given 2 categories to choose from: physical games and mental games. Participants must decide which category to compete in. The first game, called Clock's Hands, is a puzzle-based mental challenge. Players must solve a series of riddles to escape a locked room. Every incorrect answer speeds up the clock's hands, and those who run out of time are eliminated with gas. Gi-hun survives the game using his wit. Mi-soo emerges as a leader due to her strategic thinking. Isabelle and Dae-jun also manage to survive thanks to a stroke of luck. A new frontman is revealed. Gi-hun is shocked to recognize this individual, Mr. Woo, a former manager at Gi-hun's old workplace. This twist shows that those organizing the games are recruited from ordinary people. A side plot explains why the organization has expanded internationally. It's revealed that the games are not just entertainment. This season introduces mysterious VIPs who place bets through virtual metaverse platforms, further exposing the dark financial motivations behind the games. Players are divided into teams of 3, and must compete against each other. However, Gi-hun, Mi-soo and Isabelle choose to work together against the game system. Defying the rules carries the risk of severe punishment, but they believe it's worth the gamble. It's revealed that Mi-soo is an undercover agent sent by the organization. However, during her time with the players, she begins to question her loyalty to the system as she bonds with her teammates. Episode 5. Betrayal. The next game introduces a high-stakes trust exercise where players must blindfold themselves and rely on their teammates to guide them through a maze filled with traps. Gi-hun's group barely survives, but tensions rise when Isabelle suspects Mi-soo of sabotaging their efforts. Mi-soo's internal conflict deepens as she starts to see the humanity in the players. She secretly sends a message to an ally outside the organization, hinting at the location of the game. Episode 6. Rebellion. The underground group Gi-hun was working with launches a daring raid on the game facility. The chaos allows some players to escape, but the organization retaliates brutally. Gi-hun and his team are forced to make a heartbreaking decision: save themselves or help the others. Mi-soo finally reveals her true identity and sacrifices herself to give Gi-hun and Isabelle a chance to escape. Her redemption arc concludes with her taking down several guards before being captured. Episode 7. The final game. The remaining players face a final game that combines physical endurance, mental acuity, and moral dilemmas. The VIPs watch eagerly as alliances crumble and betrayals unfold. Gi-hun and Isabelle, now bonded by trust, decide to share the prize if they win. In a shocking twist, the game ends with a choice. One player must sacrifice themselves for the other to claim the prize. Gi-hun steps forward, echoing the sacrifice Mi-soo made for them. However, Isabelle refuses to let him die and devises a clever solution that forces the organization to declare a tie. Episode 8, Revelation. The aftermath reveals that the organization's influence is even greater than anticipated. Gi-hun and Isabelle go into hiding but vow to continue fighting. A post-credits scene teases the introduction of a global rebellion against the games, setting the stage for future seasons. A global montage protests against the games, mysterious figures in various countries preparing for rebellion, and a final shot of a new masked VIP smirking.